Noxcrew!
What is the NoxPod?
I like how
It's not the best NoxPod.
I talk about random things.
Are you going to edit the NoxPod, Nox?
No, I'm not editing the Nox.
You get to see our crazy faces.
Yeah.
It was great. Really fun doing it.
I've already watched it back.
Well, it could be a bit better.
What's this intro? I don't understand.
We're live. Welcome to NoxPod episode 6. We got some very special guests today. We've got Gregan, who is below me, just there. What you do is you like wave up like I'm up above you.
Hey.
Yeah, so he's just down there, and then we got
Audio's
that
out,
way?
apparently. Audio's muted.
Audio's muted.
Professional streamers.
Are we ready for audio yet, Jesse? Oh, right. No. Oh, this is all right. Oh, that's good. So, Lewis is over the other side. I don't know which way it is. It's one of those ways. And Andrej is just above him. So, how are you two doing?
Good, yeah.
Great.
I'm a little bit ill, but I'm good.
But you seem bubbly as per usual, which is good.
I have to be, yeah.
You have to be. Well, we have some exciting stuff to talk about. Grian, how was getting 100,000 subscribers?
It was pretty exciting. Yesterday. You know, you've only got to wait 4 months until you could get your silver play button.
Yeah.
Or half a year, or 3 years.
You'll be a million build fighting.
Yeah. It was really exciting. We stayed up yesterday with some of the Wingcraft guys, and they were really excited for me to hit 100k. They made a website that checked every 20 seconds if I hit 100k, and then when I did, it was just it sung this song and just had pictures of me everywhere going all over the screen.
Oh. Good use of their time.
Yeah.
No, you've got quite an interesting story how you suddenly grew. I was so surprised when I heard about it. Do you want to talk a bit about that and say what happened?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it an interesting story.
It is. It's it's a crazy growth.
I uploaded content that I thought was good. Most building tutorials out there kind of suck, so I kind of toned it down for people that don't know how to build very well, and sort of treated it like, I imagined if they were just starting out, and think that's what a lot of other builders don't do very well. They treat people like they already know how to build and go from there, but I sort of toned it back a bit and then tried to add a little bit of humour into it as well, and just went for it. But to be honest, I never expected to get to 100k in 2 months. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. What was it? It was about 8,000 you had before you uploaded that video.
Yeah, I was on 7,000 subscribers, and then I went on holiday to Italy, and I came back to like 80,000.
That's pretty mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can actually check out, I've got it linked ready for the chat, so you can check out the video and watch it afterwards. And it's actually really good. It helped me build, because I'm not a very good builder. But I was super impressed when I saw it. I was like, that just shows you good content does make it, if it's lucky. I mean, there's always a bit of luck involved,
good
isn't
content makes it if it's lucky.
if it's good and lucky, roll the dice.
You get that. But then sometimes if it's bad and lucky, it makes it. But that's just the way it is, isn't it? Entertainment is always a lucky
That's
thing.
how I started off on YouTube, actually, bad and lucky.
Bad and lucky.
I got a million views on one video, but like my voice acting on it was.
Actually, someone on the team, he made this awful video called, I think it was like Noob versus Notch, and it has like 1 million views, but it's just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was early days of like Minecraft where like you could get away with that shit. Now people are just like, that's awful.
I always bring it up when people talk about viral videos. I've got literally the worst video on the internet on my channel, which somehow has got 700,000 views on it. I gained no subscribers out of it, I'm pretty sure. It's almost got more dislikes than likes. It's just terrible. I had a day off school where I had a cold, and I was like, hey, I'll make a tutorial how to get shiny Pokemon for some friends of mine. So I made it. And I'm like sniffling. I don't even get a shiny Pokemon. It's the worst video ever.
And you're like, you're sat there, and you're like, when you first upload it, you're like, this is good. I'd watch this.
I did. The other thing was the video was called Masuda Method because that's what it was. The method was called. The tags were Masuda Method. The description was Masuda Method. I put no effort into making it go viral. and then I come back and I've got like full screen emailing me like, "Hey, we want to put adverts on your video." I'm like, "What?" But yeah, viral videos are a weird thing. Good ones get viral sometimes, but bad ones also do, which is the worrying thing about YouTube. Yeah.
We don't actually know if my videos are good quality then. They just get...
No.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it luck, man. Whatever.
Yeah, we assume.
No, they're actually terrible.
Yeah, Andrej watched them. He can't build still.
Never felt more suicidal in my life.
Oh wow, Andrej, you changed the tone. You really changed the tone there.
I'm gonna go for a Rick and Morty spin.
Oh, okay. So yeah, well, we were talking about Rick and Morty before. Like, we couldn't help but talk about it. I think it's one of those things. If it's in your life, it's in it like real deep. You're not just gonna watch it and be like, "Oh, that was cool." Everyone is like really into
everyone
it.
loves Rick and Morty. Like,
Yeah.
My girlfriend loves Rick and Morty, and she's like the least nerdy person. She's like 26 years old. She teaches at a primary school. She knows nothing about computers or anything like that, and she loves Rick and Morty. So
Yeah. It's got everything.
it's like
in it.
it's one of those things though. Like, it wouldn't have done well, like a couple of years ago.
No.
yeah.
It's,
So,
it's
like
the,
the whole like Adventure Time hype and like sort of like weird sort of eccentric comedy is doing really well.
I think that the kind of science in it as well is kind of not realistic, but to the point where it feels a bit like, yeah, that kind
like-
of makes sense.
It's like a space.
It's more understood, yeah.
I can't actually describe it. It's just Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. People like have this
Space drugs.
parallel universe stuff. Everyone kind of gets it, but they just don't understand it because no one
Space
does.
drugs. That's what it is.
It doesn't feel the need to explain itself too much because like
No.
Rick always knows what's going on. He's just like, "You're an idiot, Morty."
Yeah, you're an idiot, Morty. Rick and Morty forever. For 100 years from now, rickandmorty.com.
Well,
so funny.
there's some really clever references they do in it. I don't want to like break it down too much because that's a bit like weird and sad. But the one where they went inside the human body, I freaking loved that episode because I was just sitting there going, "Oh, that's so like realistic and true," but like applied to the situation. And that's the kind of thing about it. There's so many things in it that people can relate to in some way or other, which is good. Yeah, it wouldn't if it wasn't for Andrej who introduced it to me recently, I wouldn't be able to join in this conversation. So. Thank you, Andrej.
Steven Universe is one that I've picked up recently. It's like Adventure Time.
Oh, just doing that little speaky thing with no sound coming out.
Hold on.
There we go.
Have you guys watched Steven Universe?
I have not.
Oh, it's made by someone that worked on Adventure Time. It's kind of got that similar feel to it. I really enjoy it. You should definitely check that.
Yeah.
We'll have to add that one to the soon-to-watch list.
Another thing I've enjoyed is Narcos on Netflix, actually. Really good. It's not related at all to like that sort of style of comedy, but it's just a gritty sort of like, it's like how I feel if you liked Breaking Bad, you like Narcos, something.
Well, Netflix is one of those things that's caused some problems recently for Andrej and his sister, because he left his PS3 at my place.
Yeah.
And I don't watch Netflix at all, really. But I had Niall, the Australian Niall and the Noxcrew come over, and we were like, let's watch some Netflix this evening. I completely forgot that you can't watch Netflix on the same account in multiple places. So we're just like watching Netflix. We left it on for like 3 hours because we were about to come back to an episode. And Andrej has got Lola, his sister, like, nattering him like, why can't I use Netflix? Is Mike on Netflix? And I didn't even realise.
I thought you could use it in.
You can. It depends on the package, because I've got one where it's like you can have 2 people use it at the same time. But I was watching Netflix as well. So she was like, "Oh, why gotta watch Netflix?" I don't care. It's not my problem.
I've got a package I think that gives like 4 people.
Yeah.
I
I've
think
done
that's
that
a
so
big
many times. I've leached off other people's Netflix and then stopped them from watching it on multiple occasions. It's great. So, yeah, that's Netflix for you. Oh, I'll tell you what else I was going to mention is the game nights recently in the Noxcrew have been on point. We've had so many recently. We've got UHCs pretty much every weekend, right? Do you like this segue? Do you like this?
I was about to say, I really wish I had one of those like 4. So actually, I bought one of those.
Yeah.
I bought one of those little floor segways, the swagways.
Yeah. Oh, the segways. Well, we'll move on to that when we do another segue. There'll be another opportunity.
Yeah.
But the game nights recently have been great. We've had loads of people turning up, loads of different variety. We've got a Rocket League tournament currently going on, UHCs every weekend, and we also had a Starbound one a few days ago. And I know you guys have been playing Starbound a bit.
I have. Me and Charlie have mixed feelings on Starbound's progression.
Yeah, we have conflicting views. I think Starbound's lost its edge with the introduction of quests. I think it's a barrier rather than content in a way.
I feel like I would agree that it pads out, but I feel like it doesn't take away anything. But at the same time, I wouldn't say it adds a lot. I just say it adds a little away from anything really. It's just like it's nice to have that sort of hub point, and the addition of like being able to have your own civilizations by purchasing like a deed and setting up your own sort of entire worlds basically. I think that's cool.
That's cool. That's all well and good. The outpost thing is cool, and like the option of doing the quest. But the fact is, you can't physically progress to the end of the game without going there and without doing some of the quests that they ask you to do, because you need to get that spacesuit and stuff, and you can't get it any other way.
Yeah, that's the thing. The issue I would agree with that, but like I think the reason why they did that is because the majority of people were like, "Oh, this game lacks direction," so.
Yeah,
like,
but they didn't go about it the right way.
Yeah,
I don't feel like.
I guess there was better ways to do it, but at the same time, keeping it as sandbox as possible. I don't think they kept it as sandbox as they could have done.
No, definitely not.
But I don't dislike it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I felt like a better way to take it. It might have been just like a spitballing idea. He could have had like a planet, which itself could have been a challenge. Instead of like a guy giving you a quest, go here, get this, then come back. It could have just been a planet, and the planet itself had something about it that meant that you could progress.
Well, there's that thing. Have you come across them? Like, there's little portal doors in like randomly in like
yeah. I've seen them.
Challenge places.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I think there's plenty to do without having to go to the hub, but you do have to go to the hub to begin with. Yeah. There is that new player boundary, but I don't know.
Well, I was literally playing it with about 5 other guys, with the Wingcraft guys, and we were trying to do these quests, and it ended up just going back and forth, and getting to the point where it was such a chore that we were like, okay, can one guy just go and get all the stuff and just give us the reward so we can get on with the game, kind of thing?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
That's not good.
Yeah,
that's not what you want in a game.
I do respect your opinion on that, because obviously your job is creating quests. And
I was going to mention that the quest maker himself is not keen on the quests.
Charlie's probably got like a more of a valid point on the whole front, but personally, as like the kind of gamer I am, I don't really mind the curve.
I think that's the problem with games like Starbound, is they release this not fully fleshed out game. I mean, it was very fleshed out, but there's still that extra level that people
it was
want.
So broken when it came out. Well, pre-release.
Yeah.
And we played loads of it. We played loads of it and loved it. I still love the little musical stuff in it, the ABC files you can.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've still got all of them, like Lon Ranch.
Yeah, I've still got them.
Yeah, and like there's just moments in the game when you're sat there. I was sat there with my friends on top of the outpost, and they were shooting grenade launchers, like grenades up to the sky, and I was just playing Lon Ranch, and I was like, ha, this is funny. Like, it's still got those moments where you're like, this is charming.
Yeah, like once we got past the quest bit, like once we'd all got past the
obligatory.
Thank you. The stage, we all had fun. Like we went round, we got grenade launchers, we blew each other up, whatever. Like we were having a really good time. But getting past that was horrible. It was a grind, and in fact, like I myself quit. 2 of the other guys quit. 1 person went ahead and got all the gear for us, and then said, "Yo, come back on." And we were like, "Oh, you savior." Legend.
I say it's also like really. It depends on what kind of game you like playing as well, because like, that's it. It's a grind. It is definitely a grind to begin with. Like, especially if you like, I wouldn't say the mistake. I'm glad I did it. Like, if you make a casual character, the only thing you lose when you die is pixels, which is just currency. If you make a normal character, you drop all of your ore, as well as like 30% of your pixels, which is a ball ache. When you're like, when you're like really far down and you're like, I have no plan of how to get back up to the surface. But you have to, because otherwise you lose everything that you've been doing. And the amount of times I just died from full damage and lost everything, I was just like, ah. You know, it takes that barrier, that initial barrier Charlie's talking about, could take up to like 8 hours to bypass.
And probably one of the most broken things about it is once you've got past that barrier, they still have the same problem that they had when they first released, that you could just progress really quickly to the end game armor and stuff if you wanted to, if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I had the problem when I first started that I was really excited for this game because I love Terraria, and I was like, wouldn't it be great to like progress it to this space level? And I joined a week after everyone in the Noxcrew's been playing. And so there I am, starting off really low level stuff, and I get all these level 50 people like, you gotta come with us, you gotta come with us. And I'm like, I can't, I've got to do the basic stuff. And then they just throw all this cheaty stuff at me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get to progress. They're like, oh, you don't want to progress because it's a really rubbish, boring progression early on. Just go for it. And I'm like, okay. And then it just made it
Seeing
boring.
other people drop into your games that are so far ahead kind of kills the fun.
Yeah.
You got to go together.
It has to be played with friends. Or by yourself, and only by yourself.
Yeah. And the other thing with some games, like Cube World as well, all those kind of... all those big
Peace
games.
be upon him.
Well, when's that update coming? All those terribly kind of great ideas but terribly finished games need to be more thought out before they release. Otherwise, you get this kind of, I want this, I want that, and then everyone's like, oh, it's all right, they'll come in the update. But everyone
It
never gets finished, but everyone forms this different path of finished. So when it does eventually get finished, everyone's like, oh, that's not really what I wanted. And so it kind of pushes it in this split community. And the people who were thinking, oh, that's the way I want it, they get happy. And then everyone else is like, it's not really what I was expecting.
Cube World is a special kind of pain.
Yeah.
Pain that's forever fresh. You know? I forget about it for a long time, and I'm like, life's good. And then someone reminds me about it, and I'm like, so much
Someone
sad.
drops a Rubik's Cube in the street, and you're like...
You pick it up, try and like just take the stickers off. Everything will be fine. Just a patch. Just waiting for a patch.
Well, there's so many games where they're randomly generated, and when you work out the random generation, it just ruins them.
Yeah.
Because you can then just work out where to go next, and
Cube World was godlike.
For the shortest time, and then you just realise.
For the sort of... I don't know what happened. It fell off harder than Dr. Dre. You know?
And this is the point where I meant to make a segue, but I don't have any segues, so swegway!
Speaking of Dr. Dre, I've been listening to
there you go.
Outkast recently.
Oh, yeah. Nice segue.
I mean, Dr. Dre is not really related, but...
That's good. That's a good segue, Andre. Tell us more.
Well, I don't know, because it's kind of esoteric. You know, no one really here... I mean, who here reads poetry?
All the time in my spare time.
I kind of do read poetry occasionally.
Oh, are you a fan of Sylvia Plath?
No.
Neither am I. I hate her.
Oh, we have so much in common. Let's have dinner.
No, this is the thing though. I was thinking about it because we have to study it for my uni course, and it's just so boring. I don't really pay attention. And I've been starting to listen to Outkast, and I was listening to the lyrics, and I can relate so much more with those guys, even though I have no idea where they're coming from.
Oh, God.
Like I've never experienced anything like that. But just listening to their stuff, it's just like it's simple. You know, you have metaphorical lyrics as well. They've got this poetic. License. I don't know the poetic skill that they use, but it's still very clear what they're talking about. Whereas you get people like, you know what? I don't know. It's open. It's completely open to interpretation. You know, maybe I find
you're saying it symbolizes man's eternal struggle.
No, what I'm saying is that forget Sylvia Plath. She might be a good writer, but she's a self-concerned, arrogant, woman who doesn't know how to deal with grief, and I'd rather idolize people like Andrej 3000 and Big Boy because they talk about how to live your life and improve it. Sylvia Plath just finds clever ways.
I thought we were talking about
to
video
tell
games.
people about how video is bad.
Poetry, man, represent. But they're talking about how people open to interpretation, well-formed content. Charlie, what's next for your channel?
Nice.
So good.
Nice
That was a
transition.
segue and a half. That.
Thanks for a living.
It's just gonna be a few more tutorials, and I've literally for the last few videos been doing people's suggestions, because I mean, I wasn't really expecting 100,000 subs, so I was like, well, I might as well do what they want to see. I'm not opposed to that.
No.
So,
Are you
but
gonna
people,
start wearing it as well?
yeah, people said, yo, like for ages, people have been asking, yo, can you do a video on a tower? And then, slight oversight by me, I uploaded I uploaded a tower on 9/11. It wasn't intentional, so quick name change to a keep, and we're all good.
Yeah, well, you've done quite well with the kind of tutorial thing, and the fact that your video that went viral was the ones that you do anyway. Like, there's so many people who the viral video that goes viral is one that's unrelated to their channel, and they're like, dang it, I now have to change that style. Whereas
Charlie
could...
just does stuff that's like natural to him. So it's no effort because it's all it's who you are and what you do anyway.
Yeah.
The fact that people are latching onto that's fantastic.
Yeah. And that's why you got so many subscribers out of it, because they realise that is what you do.
They realise you're just like a creative guy. You're different. You get out there.
And well, I think what helps is that I've got quite a long background of building as well. So like people will have heard of me from Crafted Movie and Wingcraft, so that kind of helped.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You got
what?
Carry on.
I was going to say, you got to showcase Wingcraft and your wonderful builds on it at Insomnia on a panel, did you not?
Yeah, I did, and I showed everyone in the Wingcraft team the pictures, and they were like, "Oh, that's great," and they were a bit upset that it wasn't recorded in any way, because they would have liked to have seen it.
It was recorded.
It was recorded. I was
it?
actually trying to chase it up so I can get the recording.
Oh, nice.
Which would be really cool, because I thought the panel went really well. Like, I was a bit worried about it, because we had some errors in the lead up to it.
We went to, on the way from Rico Arena towards the shopping centre.
Oh yeah, it was the Tesco's.
You've got the camping store.
Uh-huh.
Well, we went in there with like a film crew thing, and asked if it was okay to film, and we did an entire Professor Butterbury thing, Charlie. Oh god, it was crazy. Basically, there's loads of we just used all of their camping equipment and just shot in and around the store. It was cool. Hopefully, some of that stuff's gonna come out soon as well.
Yeah, you're at Insomnia as well, Andre. What did you get up to?
Chill at the booth. Play some games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a video gaming
just
convention.
Andre things. Read a bit of poetry.
Yeah.
I think that Charlie's content speaks to me more than Sylvia Plath's poetry. I
mean, that would probably
man's eternal struggle to create a nice-looking house.
Yeah. Well, the poetry thing, I saw someone say it earlier on Cloud, I think it was, in the chat.
Hold that thought. Grian, what's your opinion on marine biology?
Oh.
Really?
No,
I will not answer this. Continue.
We saved this for the question section.
Continue, Gregan.
They said that poetry is only ever read at school, and that was their opinion. And Andre said, I wouldn't have read it if it wasn't for the fact I was studying on my course. Does anyone go out of their way to read these people's poetry unless they're in a schooling situation?
University professors.
To teach people about poetry.
They want to find justification for their entire life.
So they read it. So essentially, poetry touches the masses because we are forced to read it.
It's going a bit too deep right now.
So there we go, poetry.
That's like...
Pretty sure this is
the way you phrase that.
Pretty sure this is a Noxcrew podcast, and you guys haven't actually talked about Noxcrew at all.
Yeah, right.
Well, this is what we talk about in the Noxcrew. Noxcrew is not just about Mike; it's a life. It's a life choice.
It's a
lifestyle choice.
We spoke about the community stuff. That's definitely something that's going on well recently. But there's quite a few projects that are all forming into this final stage at the moment, including. Everyone's going to hate me for bringing it up first. Super Steve Runner! which is my game that I'm making, and that one should be coming soon, which will be good fun.
Hashtag Game Show Season 2. Yeah, what about Game Show Season
2? No Game Show Season 2 for a bit. We've got various other things to do. We've got some Game Show Lives coming up.
I'm kind of glad there's no Game Show for a while.
Well, the Game Show Live is there, but that's kind of a lot easier to do than Game Show. The post-production side of Game Show makes it a chore sometimes, whereas Game Show Live is...
When does Minecraft put their stuff up?
I think some of them aren't, because either they couldn't record on the night because of the client, and because of accidental deleting of some of the things. Oh. But we might be working with them again in the future, sometime in October, hopefully, for another Game Show Live is planned. So that'll be good to go back and do another one.
Nice.
We've also got, I think, 3rd of October. We can confirm there's going to be a Game Show Live. I don't want to say who it is right now, just in case dropouts happen. But we're fairly sure they're going to be confirmed. We'll confirm that very soon. And there should be another one in October as well. So we got loads of Game Show Live coming up.
Right.
So we can.
I'm away a lot in October.
We can get an impersonator, Lewis.
If anyone's going traveling Europe for the World's League of Legends tour, make sure you say hi, because we're doing a lot of cool stuff.
The League of Legends thing, I think Nox is going to that as well. So I think we timed it so that it doesn't go then as well.
Oh yeah, remind me, Charlie. I got some stuff to talk to you about afterwards.
There you go.
League related.
That's not on
League. That's league related.
League related.
Speaking of League, Rocket League is a great game.
You can't laugh on these segues. You got to pluck them and plot them.
I was just imagining you going, "Oh yes, we get to talk about League of Legends," and then Rocket League comes up. But actually, it does relate to you, because I was going to talk about how wonderful the Insomnia Rocket League tournament went.
Yeah, the Rocket League tournament was fun.
Yeah.
Shoutcasting for 2 hours. Oh my god, my throat was ruined that one.
Mm-hmm. I found it quite entertaining afterwards watching it back, because when you're actually on the stage playing, you've got the headset on, you can't really hear the commentators at all. Yeah. And I knew that Lewis and Phil were going to be referencing things occasionally to what I was doing, because of the fact that we'd played before and they knew exactly how I played.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff you were saying, like, I bet the crowd were going, "What the fuck, this Gregan guy?" Like, no one...
in jokes.
But I found it hilarious. It was great. And Andrej, you were going to play in that, weren't you? But you didn't get on.
No.
It's a shame. Me and Andrej play a bit together.
Ollie Nava's in the chat. I love you, Ollie. Sorry.
I've never actually played Rocket League.
Grian, you're missing out, man.
I'm gonna stick to the regular league.
Represent.
The amount of people I've been saying, Rocket League's amazing, you should play it, and they're like, should I? And then they get it eventually, and they're like, oh my god, you were so right. Because it is just one of those games where people don't quite know how to interpret it, and then when you play it, you're like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, just perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced it is. Perfectly
Phil's in the chat. Love you, Phil. Sorry.
Are we doing shout-outs? Is that a thing?
I just saw his name and I had to do it.
Okay. Hi, Phil. Is Lottie in the chat?
His Twitch username is Zoltan on Twitch.
Yeah.
I hope
because Zoltan was already taken, so naturally he just go for Zoltan on Twitch.
Yeah. Zoltan on Twitch. Andrej.
Yep.
Got anything to add?
Zoltan on Twitch.
Poetry.
Yeah, poetry in motion. Thing is, no. Give us poetry or a haiku at the very least.
Haiku.
Yeah. Give us spew us a sprog.
I'll tell you what. We'll give you like a minute to write a haiku and then read it to us. Or you can do two if you want.
I don't even. What are haikus? There's 14 words, aren't there?
Yeah.
14 words. Okay.
So I can string any 14 words together.
Yeah,
well,
and then
it'd have to make some sort of coherent sense. But yes.
Okay.
But poetically coherent. I mean,
if you could come up with some poetry about Charlie's channel, that would be great. And then try and work in.
Wait, didn't he say that he wanted to commit suicide when he watched my channel?
That's about 14.
That's good. 'Cause that's dark and deep. You know, we could also work in something about marine biology as well. I mean, I'm just throwing. You know, I'm putting ideas on the board here. Feel free to pluck them out.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, this is your little challenge right now, Andre.
Man's eternal struggle should be 3 words of the haiku.
Alright, okay.
There was a couple of episodes ago, I think it was episode 4, we all, for some reason, had Rubik's Cubes on our desk, so at one
I
random
don't have
point...
a Rubik's Cube. It
we
reminds me of
just
keyboard,
started
as
solving
Charlie
one.
has reminded me so painfully.
I mean, I've got a...
I haven't got a Rubik's Cube.
Charlie.
I lost all my paper.
All I've got here is Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Beans that I got from Harry Potter World.
I've got Gangplank and Misfortune
Oh.
from
I
Regal
got
Legends.
I got Earth and Gragas.
Oh, good shout. Hey, Gragas, we should be friends. You can tell I'm a voice actor.
It's because we introduced you as a voice actor at the beginning, so that's how they can tell.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I also have my Timo hat going on.
Andre, how's it going? We've done filling for a bit.
What are you talking about? I've just done the notes.
Okay. Sorry. If anyone didn't hear that ukulele tune, I think my mic was cutting out a bit the whole way through, but it was the best song ever. Like I don't know how I can describe it. I've been learning the ukulele a bit recently. It's a lot easier than guitar because there's 4 strings, and a lot of the main chords require 1 finger, so it's great. I love it. Are we just going to apply various things to our bodies while we wait?
Wait, whoa, slow down there, old friend. Have you got the baby oil?
You mean the what the fuck is my? I had. Oh, there it is. As in this oil. No, this is.
Why have you got that at hand? Like, why have you got that to hand?
So like
more appropriately.
So I can nourish my scar.
Your
with
scar?
oil. Yeah. I don't know whether this isn't the kind of thing that people get squeamish over, is it? Scars?
I don't know.
I feel like showing it might put some people off. I love this. As our filler, we're just getting random things.
Signed by Riot.
Just getting random things and doing stuff with them.
There's nothing random about this. This is godlike.
I got this
I'm
tape.
a merch whore.
I got this tape when my finger, when I was having strapping on it and stuff. Pretty cool. It might just look like normal tape, but it's stretchy. So like it's stretchy. It also sticks to itself, like that. Okay.
It was normal sellotape, Gregan.
Yeah, I know, but if you look at it, like it's just like tape. Like it doesn't stick to skin at all. It doesn't stick to anything but itself. It's mental. Never seen anything quite like it. How's it going, Andre?
I'm done.
You done?
Yeah.
Hear it.
Watch screen tutorials. I really hate dolphins. Man's eternal struggle. I want to die.
One more time for the fans, please. One more time.
So I just want to hear again.
Watch screens tutorials. I really hate dolphins. Man's eternal struggle. I want to die.
There's so much emotion in there.
Put that on your... What you need to do is just get like put those words in like some unfiltered Comic Sans, and then and you get like a little swirly thing on it, and then put it on DeviantArt, and then Charlie can put it in his next video. So fan art.
What have you got against dolphins?
Yeah.
Marine biology.
Oh my god, it's hidden! Oh, that's genius!
It's a little sneaky reference. There's no like explicit.
I have a degree in biology, not marine biology.
It's the same difference, right? It's just one word.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put one word in front of that, it would be marine biology.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on,
great.
Charlie, you got it.
I mean, I could change it to I hate biology.
Oh, he's just very adaptable as a poet here. He just knows how to tweak little things to make him a little bit more specific to the reference.
I'm so versatile.
Oh yeah, haiku's 3 lines. Yeah, Pikapi got it.
Are they not?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I know, haiku's 3 lines. Yeah.
Too many lines. Oh, isn't it like?
Wait, no, I can do.
Yeah, it's
on
3
3 lines. Because you can just put man's eternal struggle. I want to die on the last line. Just like one line.
Comma, I want to die.
Yeah. Unless you have to have a specific amount of words for each line.
I honestly.
Okay, so apparently, a haiku has 5 syllables on the first line, 7 on the next, and 5 on the next. That's
I
right.
thought it was 5 something 5. I knew it was 5 in there somewhere. 575.
575. Yeah.
I'll just like let everyone know I'm 5 years out of being out of upper school, and learning to do a haiku has not helped me once.
Yeah, exactly.
No, haikus are useless, except for in a podcast situation like this. And
Yeah,
Andrej
when you're
needs
talking
to...
about haikus.
If you're doing it in a satirical manner, they're perfect.
Yeah.
However, as I haven't had any use for. I mean, English has helped me. I'm quite. Good at English.
You might be really lucky one day.
Japanese poems.
Yeah, but that's why I said English has helped me.
You might be
no,
lucky
I was agreeing with you. I was saying.
You know what, Andrej? Yeah.
You might be lucky one day and find a girl who's really into haikus, and just write her a haiku.
Haiku!
You got it.
Really into your Lee Sin play. You know.
You just got to be lucky one day. That's what school's all about, though. They teach you loads of things.
Who loves me for how good I am at playing.
And they teach you nothing you need.
That is the dream. Yeah, they teach you everything but nothing you need, and then you go and learn something that you need based off of learning nothing. There we go. That's school for you, everyone.
At the end of the day, Captain Timo's on duty. You know, and I think that's something we could all set our watches to. That's beautiful.
So trash now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, he was trash before, but now he's just a bouncing piece of trash.
Yeah, now he's just a bouncy piece of trash. You know what's hilarious? The Juggernaut update.
Yeah.
Not hilarious at all.
Let's take tank meta and put it over there.
Yeah.
And introduce Juggernaut meta.
We know how much you loved getting absolutely destroyed by tanks. Here's 4 more.
Is this League references?
Yeah,
this is League.
So this is just salt over the current update.
You three can talk about League while I play with Gregan.
Gregachu?
That's,
oh my god.
Wow, Gregachu. That's not bad actually. I like that. Oh, Pokemon Go. Let's talk about that.
I have a problem with Pokemon Go.
No, shut up.
Okay, it's a great idea, but the way they've advertised it is clearly not going to be how it is.
I don't care. Did you see the advertisement? It was crazy!
You didn't see anything of the product. You saw some like hologram Pikachu that's not really going to be there.
The exact same advertising was used for that April Fool's thing on Google Maps for Pokemon.
Yeah,
when they literally just put a little symbol in random places on a map and you had to click them and it would say, you've caught that Pokemon.
Yeah.
What's
that was
different?
a joke. There's a difference. It's actually gonna. This is how Nintendo are hitting the mobile market. So I know I'm not gonna have a little hologram Pikachu following me around like some sort of weeaboo trash lord. So hard not to profanity. and then video games. I could just imagine myself, you know, just sat there doing it during an important meeting. Like for example, if I was sat here right now with the Pokemon Go wristband on, and there was like I got a vibration on my wrist telling me there was a Pokemon nearby, I'd go! Screw you guys! I'd catch that little kid.
I was thinking the same thing, because after I watched it, I walked into work, and I was actually late. I was actually late for work, and I was thinking, if I had Pokemon Go right now, I would take a little bit of time out of my walk to work, despite being late, to go and catch a Pokemon in the grass next to where I'm walking. And I would actually go out of my way to do that. And I was thinking this is a terrible idea for me personally.
Or I could just sit here and do the same thing on my Game Boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like that's good because Pocket Monsters has always been Pocket Monsters, you know? So they hit the mobile market. It's the natural progression point for it. Have I just made a valid point that's ruined everyone's...
To be honest, I'm
really.
excited for it if it works. But...
Do you know what it reminded me of? It was like geocaching meets Pokemon.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, why not just go geocaching and get some exercise instead, and then play Pokemon when you get home? Because
I'm more inclined to go and travel and explore places and find Pokemon. Wouldn't that be cool?
You know
Being in the Lake District and going, oh, look at Onyx!
No, I tell you what would be great is if the location of the Pokemon is very specific to certain areas, and like people start visiting cities because they've heard there's like a Mew there or something stupid. So I know they've got the group events planned.
Well, here comes this leads to my next question, Charlie. Gregan.
Yes. And Andrej. Andrej's here.
Yeah.
Would you like to go on a tour of the UK catching Pokemon?
with Pokemon
No.
Go.
Why not?
No.
That would be the saddest thing. I'm going on a road trip to catch Pokemon with my Pokemon Go.
Hey, you can do whatever you like. You can judge me for who I am, but at the end of the day, you don't have a chicken corner.
Yeah, you go, man.
Yeah, you go with that. You catch Pokemon all over the world. But it would be hilarious though, wouldn't it? If you go, oh look, the Pokemon I need is near one of my friends who's in a different city. Do you know what? I'll phone them up and see if they're around, and I'll go visit them. And then you turn up and be like, hey, do you know where this is? So
I just turn up at Charlie's store like, hey buddy, you know, funny story. There's a tall chick around here. I haven't found it yet. And Charlie just shut the door slowly on my face.
Yeah.
I don't know how specific it is. It can't be that specific. But imagine like, there's a Tratini in that girl's shower. You know, I go, don't worry, I got
Totally
it.
would. Win-win, right?
Oh god.
There's another thing as well, is would you bump into other people catching it? Because that would be really awkward if you go into a little alley somewhere that you shouldn't really be going and there's someone else looking at their little watch and they're like, you found it as well. And it would be great for social situations, but I'm not going to lie, the people who are doing that, a lot of the time you're going to be like, yeah.
I'm going to wear my Pokemon Go wristband with pride. And you'll all be sorry when it's the next biggest thing and I've got my shinies. And you're like, Lewis, please be in my party. And I'm like, no, I'm too cool for you. He says while wearing a Teemo hat, sat in a Noxcrew. I'm so alone.
Did you see that Mewtwo event in the advert as well?
Yeah, that's totally not
just
gonna
imagine a huge group of people on the street like, yeah, that's just not going to happen.
Hooray, Times Square.
It's all fun and games until some 5-year-old kid swims out into the ocean to try and catch a Starmie and drowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how far are we talking?
That's natural selection.
That probably wouldn't even be the beach. That'd still be on the beach. I don't think he'd reach the ocean.
He wouldn't swim far enough.
Are you making another poem here? Or...
No.
He speaks only in haiku now.
I didn't even do the haiku correctly.
A poem for your Sprock.
But that's the thing, is there going to be dangerous situations? Like in Pokemon, there's some Pokemon that only appear at night. So is that going to make kids go out at 9 in the evening to go catch Pokemon after dark?
Some Pokemon that live in volcanoes.
And there's just going to be loads of little kids headbutting trees. Come here, you Heracross!
Yeah.
He's in the trees! Yeah, I don't think, I don't think it's going to do. I don't think it's going to remove common sense. But I am looking forward to seeing how it goes.
You'd be surprised.
I'm constantly
surprised. I'm always surprised by people's stupidity, to be honest. But then
I look forward to people bumping into walls because they can't walk through it, or jumping over cliff edges but can't quite get over the ledge up in real life.
Yeah, I guess that could be a problem.
And Twitch plays Pokemon Go, some random person just waiting for commands.
Oh god, is Twitch still trying to play Dark Souls?
It's playing all sorts of things, isn't it?
Who knows?
I know that after about a week they didn't make it outside of the starting room. So I hope it just got shut down because I would have given up.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when it gets easy.
Fair enough, Twitch playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
But trying to play, so.
Well,
a game where you can only really complete it if you dodge at just the right time in a split-second interval.
Yeah. There's certain games where it works really well. I think the thing about it as well is quite a nice system that if more people are there, it's harder. And then if it gets bad, then people don't watch it anymore. So then it gets easier, and then it's like a life cycle. Like it starts progressing when there's less people there, and that's when people want to watch it. So you always get that fine balance. Yeah.
Like a virus.
Like a virus.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I hate the gimmick.
It's time for some questions. And unfortunately the way Twitch works is we have to ask questions and then fill for a bit. So if you want to ask a question, put a big capital Q and then a colon. This is just to help it so we can see it easier. And then a question.
Any questions about marine biology will be completely ignored.
That's fine. We will ask one and then move on.
No, like I won't answer it. Like you can.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a minute. You said
are you a biology marine?
Yeah.
Any sort of biology question.
Any biology?
I don't want to hear it. I'm done with that life.
I'm
I play Minecraft now.
I build now. This is who I am.
Can we see the ice cream picture? Oh god.
Oh, the ice cream picture of you with the
with the floppy ice cream. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a live tweet out of it. So
Live tweet out.
I love how, you know how Minecraft's basically Lego. Can you imagine saying that 10 years ago? Oh, I played Lego professionally.
there is actually people who do that though. There's like professional builders. Like, how do you think they get all the cool stuff at Legoland and stuff?
You know, that's a pretty sweet job.
Yeah, I build Lego.
I wonder if you could get Porygon if you went to Legoland.
Oh man, that's like such a big advertising campaign. Like you could only get a Dragonite at Alton Towers.
I would be so mad. I would be like
people getting on that, trying to stop people from catching Pokemon. Where is?
I think it's got potential, that Pokemon Go, but I'm going to stop talking about it now because I know a certain someone is also in the chat just watching me getting really, really triggered by me completely bringing it up all the time.
I need to continue questions while I tweet out.
I'll have more of an opinion when I see the actual product rather than
when I see the product,
holograms.
but like I can't help but like, you know, I've got an imagination, you know. Let me be a kid.
Find a good question. We always get asked that. Favourite game outside of Minecraft? I always say Pokemon, but it's a series, so I don't really know. We'll just do this for you guys. We'll make this a standard question.
Charlie, is it Starbound by any chance?
No, it's not. I don't know. Are we going for like classic or
go for three? Go for three. Be like classic, current, and wildcard.
All right. Current, I would say League of Legends, just because I play it all the time. I wouldn't even call it my favourite. Half the time I hate the game.
I hate the game too, but I play the shit out of it.
I play it all the time, so I'm going to have to put League in there. Classic is Majora's Mask. It's just amazing, that game.
Pretty sweet.
And as a wild card, I'd say Space Station 13. I've told people about this before, but it's like very not heard of. It's like a role-playing game, and just every single round is a different story. Those are my three.
Andrej?
What, classic, current, and wildcard?
Well, that's how Grian's formed it. I just did a series that I really like. That you can do it how you want. Form your own rules.
Play World of Warcraft a lot, but you know.
Yeah. I think
Andrej, you kill me, man.
he's just a little bit like, yeah.
Gaming's not my thing, man. It's not something that I pick favourites for. It's kind of like going up to someone who doesn't eat chocolate and asking them, "What's your favourite chocolate?"
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I always like to apply the rule of.
That, actually.
That's fair enough. It's kind of like. Anyway.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, I like to apply the rule of the last game I played that I really enjoyed, because it's always the most fond one in your memory. So for me, Rocket League is my favourite game right now, because it's like the most fond memory I have. But like classic, like Grian said, is a slightly different category. It's that one you think back on. And the wild card is just Grian going, there's this weird game that I really, really like that not many people like. So if you think of it like that, that's how you can look at games and favourite them.
You know, I'm a bit of an idiot there. I googled Majora's Mask and I was like, what is that game? It sounds like a puzzle game. Just Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. I've never actually played Majora's Mask.
My favourite old game has to be God Hand.
Band?
Is that the beat 'em up one?
Yeah, the beat 'em up one. It's a really good game. God Hand. Favourite current game. I don't know. I play a lot of current games, but obviously I play League of Legends a lot, and I kind of like do a lot with it, so I guess I'd have to say the same as Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate it, but I play it a lot, and I enjoy it when I can. Wildcard, Little Big Planet.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Because I love Little Big Planet. There's so many games I love, actually. And The Last of Us is an honourable mention, because I've never felt so many feels during one game. But yeah, God Hand, The Last of Us, or League of Legends, and the wild card would have to be Little Big Planet for sure.
So I just tweeted out the picture of me with the big chin. Somehow, I managed to protrude my chin massively when licking an ice cream. And I literally have no idea how I did it, but that was what someone was asking.
What?
About.
That looks like inhuman. Like
I know. I don't understand how it occurred. It is a worrying part of my body now. I'm checking up on it regularly to see whether it is growing in some way, and I didn't realise.
I need to look at it now. Is it in the chat?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure that's
not?
Mm-hmm. It's because your face is
Oh yeah,
angled.
what? That's weird. How did you manage that?
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
And then there's also Mr. Craftman in there eating his ice cream. We won that. That was the ice cream we won, Lewis, from the Rocket League. Just to
nice.
kind of link it all together.
I got given free ice cream as well. Not from Rocket League, but...
Let's see if we can get some other good questions. Will you be at I-56? This is open to everyone.
Yes.
don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It'll be a blast.
I haven't been invited, and I don't really plan going as like a normal person, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah. No.
Definitely get invited.
Andre goes on the odd ones. He never does any other.
No, I'm going to America, dude. I'm not
Oh
even going
yeah,
to
you're in
someone.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre's going to America. Exciting, isn't it?
But that's why I've been listening to Outcast, actually.
Uh-huh.
Not because I
Yeah.
want to fit in, but just because, now it's sort of like... I don't know, America is like a Russia, but where they speak English. It's just never really occurred to me.
Yeah, I
and then, vice
definitely,
versa.
America.
definitely when I think of America, the first thing I want to do is listen to Outkast.
Yeah, man. America sucks.
God, these questions are appalling. I'm just scrolling through them, and you've decreased in a question talent as the NoxPod has gone on. It's probably your group who's coming
Yeah,
in.
I'm sorry. I did
It's
warn
all
you.
good.
I warned you that they'd do this.
Yeah.
Troll.
Oh no, that's not the question for now. I'm afraid. Corroded. You can ask that another time.
Can I explain that America is like Russia thing? There's a lot of propaganda against Russia. They're just people, and Russia's huge. It's bigger than America, like in purely geographical terms. So coming from a smaller country, when you start looking at these two big giants without a what do you call it, prejudiced mindset, it's interesting. Yeah.
You could put that in a poem.
I'm gonna make a dictator communist NPC called Vladimir Putin in
Nice.
Winecraft.
Nice.
Ooh,
Edgy.
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 Yeah.
I like it. It's got a good edge though. It's a good edge. It's a gradual edge.
Uh-huh. So I have a question for Lewis.
Yes.
I think this is quite a good one. It'll get you thinking. Lewis, what's your favourite voice role that you've done?
Stuff I can't talk about yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's recent.
Yeah. I've enjoyed working for Riot Games on a few things.
Yeah.
But,
Getting some good voice acting stuff going.
Yeah. But yeah, some stuff I can't talk about is my favourite role. But, it's always... Actually, I enjoy most roles I take on. With a few exceptions.
What are the exceptions?
I'm not going to talk about those. Yeah.
I haven't answered many of these stupid questions because most of them are pretty terrible. But this one I feel is great. We need a new tutorial from you, Grian.
Oh,
Grian, can you teach me how to build a girlfriend?
Yeah, go to your local pub and find a woman, and away you go.
Build
away you
several
go.
units of alcohol on
Yeah. Build up a tolerance of alcohol and challenge her to a drinking game.
Well, there we go. Don't even need a video. You can just watch it here.
Don't do that.
Jesus.
Don't do that at all.
Don't do that.
I just realised how bad it is.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Okay, seeing as there's no good question, let's go through the bad ones. How many chickens can you fit in your mouth in 10 seconds?
What?
All those S's were actually in the question.
What?
How many chickens can you fit in your mouth in 10 seconds?
I haven't got any chickens to hand, so I can't tell you.
I have
mean,
pieces of chicken from.
I just had chicken salad, and I fit.
Wow.
How many pieces are on this chicken? About 10. So I had about 10 pieces of chicken in 10 seconds. We'll arbitrarily say that for me. Andre?
Yeah, but you're a dustbin, mate.
Oh yeah, 30 chickens at once.
30 chickens all in one. Yeah.
Yeah. Ground to powder, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a poem?
Actually, everything's a poem.
Everything's like just art that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
It's art.
Life is
You know-
art, man.
You know, every time I speak, I just speak like art. It's very pointed. It's very point. It's art. You know?
Speak rainbows.
I speak rainbows. It's art. I speak onto canvas. I get white canvas in front of me. I speak and it becomes art.
It's still white canvas, but it's now art white canvas.
It is white noise.
It's white. Oh, art.
Oh.
This piece I call white noise. It is art.
What is the Groland song?
No. If you want this to remain PG, you will not go any
Okay,
deeper.
I just seen a lot of that.
They sung a song about me, and it's just hideous.
Okay,
It's-
we shall avoid
Yeah,
that then.
it's just awful.
Is it like Dolan, but green?
But it's just full of profanities aimed at me. It's
Wow.
just,
That's beautiful, man.
So wait, is it flattering or insulting?
it's not very PG, but it's not insulting. It's more like I am a lover. If you, okay, it's awful. Don't.
Oh, so wait, is it like Shrek is love, Shrek is life?
Yeah, that's probably
Oh my
like
God.
in song form, but it's just awful. Like it's not as elegant as Shrek is life, Shrek is love.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So-
dear.
Who do you guys main in League?
Well, you get 3 now, don't you? You get 3 mastered champions for that'll be displayed on your profile. What are yours, Charlie?
I don't know. Let me check. Hold on.
Are you logged in like me?
Yeah, I'm logged in.
Of course you are.
Okay, so mine are Annie, Zerath, and Ezreal. But that's
Is that
not very
Ezreal mid?
accurate. No, this is AD carry.
And what mastery level are they?
How do I do it? Like the
Just hover
number?
over it, yeah. And it'll tell you.
35k for Annie.
Damn!
Yeah, I know.
Where'd you find this?
16k for Zerath and 17k for Ezreal. But like, I play a lot of different champions, so that's not very accurate. But the Annie one, I have played a lot of Annie.
Nice. Mine are Shen with level 5 on that, 30k on that. Alistair with 19k, and Morgana with 15k. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Andre, do you
I don't even
play?
play League anymore.
No,
I
you
have
don't play
no idea
anymore?
what the hell any of that is.
Okay. Well, I've just come across a either/or question, but to me, at first I was like, oh, of course, and then I reread
it's
it.
not R50-50.
It's a either/or. So breakfast waffles with bacon, or potato waffles with ice cream. Now, what I want to know is whether the ice cream is on the waffle or not. 'Cause I'd definitely
what
go
was the first
potato
one?
waffle, breakfast waffles, so like sweet waffles with bacon, which is an
Yeah.
American thing. They do
It
that.
does work, because sweet and
It does
salty
work.
work together.
Yeah.
I'd take
How
the
about
first
both?
one. I'd take
Yeah.
the first one.
I'd take the first one, but I would definitely have both. So,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the potato waffles had the ice cream as a
to
little
be fair,
side thing,
potato and ice cream, I can't imagine working too well.
no, I wouldn't want them together, but I would like the ice cream.
I would like the ice cream too. I mean, it would be a welcome thing. Maybe if I'd have bacon waffles, sweet waffles and bacon. If there was syrup as well, that'd be good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Andre?
agree with them. First choice,
was
especially
a lot.
what Lewis said just now. That
That really,
Some guy in
really
the chat
hit the
said,
nail on the head.
I'm
Yeah.
level 5 with Sona. You should feel bad about that, sir, because, you know, I could get the same effect without arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could get level 5 mastery with a glass of water and a keyboard.
Zoltan on Twitch, the famous Twitch streamer Zoltan, asks a very open question of favourite fictional character.
Oh, that's easy for Charlie.
I was just thinking, damn, I don't know.
Really? So you love the bat.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
it's not your favourite.
That's true. That is true.
That is way too hard. That's the kind of thing you got to like write down.
Yeah.
And, like, properly like scratch things.
I mean,
out.
got him in the background. Though.
Yeah, look, I mean, like, that cabinet, that's full of Batman comics. Straight up.
And you're like, oh, I don't know.
There. That's Batman. That's a joke.
I was there when you got those, and you were framing them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hold on.
I like the Avatar cushion, though. Yeah.
More Batman on the toilet. I kind of feel like my posters aren't very representative of my fun side of my life, because every time I show them, I'm like, oh, I'm a mental case.
Favourite fictional character?
I've got skeletons and bodily images.
Nice.
Pokemon.
My
My
favourite character has to be...
Oh, Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon just here.
Oh, nice, yeah. Favourite fictional character? Jesus, that's a really tough one.
It's so tough. You're killing us. You're killing us.
Zoidberg.
Please, Zoidberg.
No, Zoidberg's good.
If I was allowed Rick and Morty, I'd probably say Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are fictional.
Yeah,
are
but they're
fictional.
two. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah, exactly, you see. How about
Yeah,
I
but-
pick Rick and you pick Morty?
Yeah, okay. Well, no, I want Rick.
Oh, fine, I'll be Morty.
No, Morty's so
My
cool as
leg is
well.
broken!
You can't have Rick without Morty. I want Morty, I want Rick, and you say I want Rick. You've just
Yeah,
made me
how about Snowball? The dog.
the dog?
Where are my testicles, Summer?
Where am I?
They have been removed. Where have
Where
they
have
gone?
where have they gone? Oh, that's a real loaded question, Snuffles. Don't call me that! Snuffles was my slave name. You will call me Snowball because my fur is white and soft.
That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good question. That made me think.
Yeah.
Batman's definitely like up there, but he's not. I don't know. I love his world, not like just him. So it's a bit different.
I keep going to eat, so I'm sorry.
So you'd pick Rick over Batman, is what you're saying?
Rick and Morty is like the duo character, but like if I had to choose between universes,
No,
I'd probably.
I've changed my mind. My
favorite.
favourite fictional character is a Meeseek.
Me see.
Oh my god, yeah.
Mr. Meeseek.
Mr. Meeseeks, look at me! Oh, he's trying!
I just love it when they keep on saying I'm Mr. Meeseek, so you know when they say, oh, let's kill him. but
I'm
then
a
in the
stickler,
background, he
Meeseeks!
shouts,
What about your short game?
Oh god, what about your shark? Yeah, my favourite fictional character is probably one that none of you have heard of, because it's like from this fantasy novel, but it's
It would
one of
be,
those-
wouldn't it? It would be from a poem
Yeah.
or something.
But no, it's a fantasy novel, but it's one that breaks away from the genre. Because you know how you've got all these cop shows, and whenever they're in a heist or something, they just stand there with their guns pointing at each other, and they do that for like 20 minutes while they have this huge dialogue coming out, pouring about, you know, their past lives, where they grew up as a child, you know, all these other information about their character, and then eventually there's a resolution. And then you get action movies like John Wick. Have you seen John Wick?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great action film, but that's a deterrent from the action genre. Like, instead of him asking people about stuff, he just shoots them before they've even finished a sentence.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't mess around. And then there's this character who it's called Jorg Ankreth from the Prince of Thorn, Empire of Thorn series. Does the same thing, but it's a fantasy setting. It's like this huge courthouse, and these guys are all trying to sentence him to some sort of punishment, and he just shoots the guy with a crossbow that's trying to sentence him. So it's like, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like, I haven't read a fantasy novel in a while. I used to like Darren Shan's stuff.
Oh, Darren Shan, I remember him. I proper got into his stuff, and then I tried reading the I don't know what they're called, but the ones which always had like a crazy monster on the front cover. Not the saga. I really liked the saga. I just never got into the other one that he did that was really big.
The Vampire's Assistant.
I think it was that one. Yeah, I just never really got into the more modern stuff afterwards. But
It's modern stuff.
the modern and prefer his old saga. Yeah. I did see another open-ended question similar to the fictional one. I never said which fictional character that is because I have no idea.
President Obama.
Yes, very fictional. So I thought I'd do a question which I can answer. Kinda. Favorite Pokemon?
Arcadine.
That was easy.
This
I'm
is
gonna
background.
I'm gonna go for
I am a total nerd.
my favorite one is Dragonair by a long way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By a long way. Alright.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you get really upset when it evolves into Dragonite. It looks nothing like its previous evolved form. You're like, what the?
Yeah, I was like, wow, when this thing evolves, it's going to be the most beautiful dragon I've ever seen.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a tubby.
it looks
tubby
like
gif.
a orange Barney the dinosaur.
That's great. Andrej?
Emolga. A
Emolga?
flying squirrel version of a Pikachu.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mulga. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, that poster in the background there, that's the first 490 Pokemon. After that, I kind of like some of them, but none of them are like quite as
What about the
beautiful,
ice
maybe.
cream cone? That one's great.
Vanillux. I actually really liked Vanillux. It was one of my favourites. I got one level 100 because I loved it so much. Same as Klefki as well. I really like the inanimate object ones. The Klefki was my first Gen 6 Pokemon I got to level 100 because I was like, this is incredible. Someone's made a set of keys as a Pokemon. But it would probably have to be shiny Metagross. I know I can't say really shiny, but
What? You can't
shiny.
you can't have shiny, you greedy bastard.
Okay, Metagross then. But have you seen the shiny of Metagross?
Yeah.
Oh, it's freaking insane! It's like
can't have a
silver with
shiny
a
one.
gold cross. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
wait, why can't you have a shiny one?
Because
Not
it's
fair.
like I did a video about how to get shinies. So
But you didn't
Yeah, but
actually
you didn't get a shiny.
okay, I might have done 1,000 eggs and never got one from the method that I showed 700,000 people.
It
I've
works,
seen.
I
It's
promise.
a method that doesn't work. Well,
Do you know
at
what the
least we've
worst
narrowed
thing-
it down, right?
Yeah, the worst thing about that video as well is I showed it to this group that I was in while we were doing Pokemon stuff. 4 people came back to me going, "I've got one in less than 50 eggs. Thank you so much." I'm like, I'm 500 eggs in now and I haven't got one yet. Thanks.
You know the worst, like the 2 Pokemon that really trigger me is
Go on.
Klefki and Doublade, and its previous
I love Doublade.
Doublade and its previous evolved form, Aegislash.
Yeah.
That
No, Aegislash
Pokemon.
is the one afterwards.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought. Oh yeah, sorry. Doublade evolves into Aegislash, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aegislash is annoying.
My worst
Yeah, Aegislash
experience.
is stupid.
My worst experience with a shiny was encountering one before you were able to buy Pokeballs.
That is.
Oh,
That's happened to me twice, and it's just like, no, I'm done. No,
What
I'm not even- I'm not playing
about
it.
a shiny using self-destruct on you, as the Graveler that I saw did,
Oh,
and shiny Krogunk in the Safari Zone, and I suddenly got to that shit. I don't know any tactics for this because there is no tactics in the Safari Zone. So I was like, right, I don't want to use bait and rock because I just want to catch it. So I just threw Pokeballs at it and it ran away because I just didn't want to use a rock or a bait in case it. Because that'd be the worst feeling if they flee after you've tried to make it easier to catch them. So I just never got one.
Video games, man.
Oh, and shiny Basculin. I also had one of them use Final Gambit on me, where it killed itself.
I had a shiny
So-
Sharpedo, which was pretty cool.
Shiny.
Oh, I got so annoyed yesterday.
Carry
I
on.
was playing this. Okay, so there's a website you can play called PokemonShowdown.com,
Oh yes, I like that. That's good.
and I was playing against my friend Titus at OBC, and I had the only Pokemon I had left was a Jolteon, and he had 2 water types, and I was like, it's in the bag, isn't it? It's in the bag. It's fine, no worries, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then so he drops I don't know, some Gen 6 water type I can't remember the name of, and it dies immediately to Thunderbolt, and I'm like, in the bag, easy win, easy win. Drops a Sea King, and I'm like, all right, here's another
Lightning
target.
Rod.
Yeah, it had lightning rod, and it just absorbed the lightning, turned it into power, and it was more strong. It was stronger than it previously was, and I was like, that's not okay. And I was like, hang on a minute. And then what does it use? What move does a water type Pokemon use?
Rock Slide.
Yes, it used exactly Rock Slide, and it one hit my Jolteon, and I've got the gif of it somewhere. It annoyed me so much. Hang on, I need to find it. You carry on talking while I find this.
I think we're gonna do one more question after this. I'm just gonna find one. If anyone's worrying about the delay, it's because I've been scrolling through the questions really slowly. Oh, just while we're there, is any of you going to EGX?
No, I don't
No?
like it. You're again.
No,
No, I was just confirming because people asking about that.
Okay, if you want to post this in the chat, people could see the level of salt because he captured the moment.
Is EGX still in Manchester?
No,
Or-
it's in NEC, Birmingham.
All right, because
So if
it
you
was.
want to post that in the chat for me,
Mm-hmm.
people can witness. I was so upset.
So last question we'll do to everyone is Grian. No, there's any good question I found is about Grian. Grian, what is your next video planned to be?
I've got this like big one planned called Grian of Thrones. I'm gonna build Castle Black, but there's like a joke with it that I'm not gonna spoil. But yeah, I'm gonna be building Castle Black at some point. Other than that, I haven't really got much planned.
Plot
I was gonna
twist
do
is
something.
white.
So I think we should finish off with the only way you can finish off in a Noxcrew stream, and that is to shout out to Lottie. Nice to have you here, and goodbye. Thank you very much, Lewis. Thank you very much, Grian. Thank you very much, Andrej. Been great. Bye.
Jazz hands.
Bye.